Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper One, and welcome to Boots on the Ground and news you should know. We're going to start off. I hope you're sitting down because your wallet is going to be hit major in the next 12 months. Some of the stories that I'm following is the $7.6 trillion of U.S. debt that's going to mature this year. So basically, what the United States government's going to do is use a credit card B to pay for credit card A. Basically, they'll have to reissue new bonds to cover the 7.6. Now, this doesn't include the 2 points, maybe even $3 trillion of new debt the government's taking on. So basically, this debt that we are going to have to pay off has a very low interest rates. And the interest rates on our debt now is probably going to be 3, 4, 5% easily, probably in the 4.5%. So our borrowing cost is going to rise greatly. And we're going to be at the point now we're spending over $1 trillion just in interest. This eventually will grow and grow and grow until it affects you. And you will notice this. It's going to take more money to service the debt. And this is just existing debt we have. Also, there was a report that came out of Washington State that they used COVID money and gave checks to illegal immigrants, about $1,000 checks. These people were not eligible for any federal funding from the COVID impact because they're not legal residents. But Washington State found money by using federal tax money, about $340 million in funding that was supposed to go for the coronavirus state and local fiscal recovery funds. And basically, this comes out of the American Rescue Plan. And they gave this money away to people that were not U.S. citizens. If you've been following China, the stock market is, I would say, collapsing. They have a lot of financial problems. They're going to have a lot of turmoil in that country. And don't be surprised if these financial problems lead to social chaos over there. That's how big this problem is. Also, President Trump made a statement about a 60% tariff on Chinese goods, and that did not help the situation. And I truly believe tariffs are good. But the problem is, if you do not have the manufacturing here, that 60% tariff is just going to cause major inflation for all of us trying to buy stuff, from a vacuum cleaners to brooms to whatever it is. The prices will be raised because of these tariffs. It's a great idea, but I wish we would first fire up our manufacturing base inside the country. Then we can put tariffs on, and this would help American companies. But to be honest with you, we make nothing in this country. The California passed legislation to drastically increase minimum wage for people that work in the fast food industry, and now it's coming to haunt them. They have a $20 minimum wage, and all of these restaurants are saying now we're going to have to raise our prices. McDonald's is going to raise it 5 to 9%. Chipotle's is almost up to 20% of increased costs just to pay for this government mandate of $20 minimum wage. A lot of other restaurants have said figures also. Jack in the Box, I think, was 6 to 8%. If you have a Bissell, a multi-reach hand and floor vacuum model, you might want to check it out. They have major recalls on this, 142,000 units. They're having some problems with potential, could burst into flames and burn your house down. They're having some battery pack problems. So make sure if you have one of these, you charge it and you're always watching it. Do not leave it unattended if you're charging the battery. And that goes with any lithium ion battery. You need to watch it. There's a loophole for the state of Arizona. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to permit illegal aliens from voting. Now, their vote will only count in the federal election, so it won't be for, I guess, local election, but they will be able to say that they're citizens, and if they cannot be verified, they can have a federal-only vote, so they can vote for president of the United States. To me, this is weird. I could see if it was a local issue and local voting only, but now, if they vote illegally, it cancels out my vote that is done illegal. They're saying that actually the Justice Department says it's actually illegal, but that they will probably not prosecute anyone because it's actually a felony under federal law to do this. But you know it will happen. The Senate is pushing their big deal, and this they call it a big compromise. I hope you're sitting down because they're going to spend a lot of money, and this is money we don't have. This is money that is going to tack on the debt. Over 60 billion to support Ukraine, 14 billion security assistance for Israel, 2.44 billion to U.S. Central Command, 10 billion for Gaza, 4.83 billion to Indo-Pacific to deter aggression by the Chinese government. Another 2.33 for looks like Ukraine. Over 20 to do some border patrol and some other policies about drugs flowing across the border. So there's going to be a lot of money spent, a lot of money we don't have, a lot of money that will be definitely borrowed, which will then increase the cost of borrowing. We are in this vicious cycle right now. And if they're not very careful, we could definitely have interest rates exploding where we will not be able to function as a United States government. It will be a vicious circle. New York City's come up with this great idea where they're going to spend $53 million and get prepaid credit cards and give it to the migrants so they can buy food. Now, they will have to sign an affidavit swearing to only use these for food and baby supplies. So we're going to believe that that's all they're going to use these cards for. They're going to expand it. They're going to start out with 500 individuals, but they want to expand it to 15,000. Now, they're going to get, for a family of four, they're going to get $1,000 a month. But guess what? Every month, they will have, every 28 days, actually, this card will be refilled with taxpayer money, $1,000 a month. I hope you're sitting down, and I hope you have a strong heart, because the news that I'm giving you is scary. This is what's happening to our country because we've been sitting on the sidelines too long, letting the crooks, and those are Republicans and Democrats, run our country. I hope everyone in California is okay with the massive amount of rain coming. This would be in the Santa Monica area, Hollywood Hills. There are reports of a lot of damage, and so hopefully you are staying safe from this huge amount of rain that is coming in. I think LA is going to break a 97-year record. There was some 7 U.S. trained fighters killed, and these were killed in an area of the Syria in some of the oil fields that the United States military is controlling. These were killed. The whole reason we're bombing the Houthis and the Iranians militias is to make a deterrent. But it is clearly there is no deterrent. The Houthis, which is a ragtag group of people, they do have the backing of Iran, is definitely putting the United States on the back foot. We cannot protect the Red Sea. We cannot protect shipping. This is just facts. These 7 that were killed were Kurds. I've personally fought with the Kurds. I had very good times with them. They're great people. I would love for that area to become peaceful again because I would personally visit the Kurds in the northern part of Iraq. Very friendly people, good people that do love Americans. The U.S. National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, he has not ruled out, and he hasn't said we will or we will not strike Iran. He said the president does not want to widen this war in the Middle East, and definitely striking Iran could cause problems. I truly believe it would be a very bad idea to strike Iran. This would make a widespread war. The United States military is not ready for it. One of the reasons we're not ready for it is the capabilities of the drones. Iran has developed very good suicidal kamikaze drones, and they're making factories all over. Outside their countries, Russia has one. Another country, a satellite country of Russia, has one. These drones are going to be the future of warfare. Russia knows it. They just announced they're going to spend $1.1 billion for research and development of more drones. Now, when I say 1.1, you might say, that's not a lot of money. To them, it is. They do not have the military-industrial complex to skim about 80% off. So when they spend money, they get real results and they get real weapons. British is going to participate in the NATO exercise. I think it's called Steadfast Defender. But one of their, I think they have two aircraft carriers. The Queen Elizabeth had some major problems, so it had to pull out. This aircraft carrier has been plagued with problems. It's just an embarrassment for the British country. And remember, a few weeks ago, it reported where they had a minesweeping vessel collided with another one of their warships at the dock, causing extreme damage to it. So the British military is not in good shape, just like the United States military. And to close out, I saw an article about increase in heart attacks and heart problems in young adults. And they give some reasons for it. These would be ages about 20 to 50. And they say a lot of problems are increasing, and it probably is caused poor food choices, not a lot of exercise. And this started, they say, 2020, 2021. If you listen to my channel and many others on YouTube, you probably know the real reason why there is a lot of heart problems. So there you go, some boots on the ground. Keep prepping, keep praying. Thanks for watching.